Well, hello and welcome everyone to the Barebones Fishing YouTube channel. My name is Mike. Thank you very much for tuning in. And so I'm out at the mouth of the St. Clair River in Lake Huron here, and this is going to be my last outing here for the spring. After today, I'm pulling up shop. I'm going to bring my boat back to home base in London, and I'm going to be running out of Port Glasgow, primarily on Lake Erie, for the rest of the summer, for July, August, and September. I've got a few trips planned and some other fishing adventures that I'd like to do, but won't be coming back here much to the St. Clair River until the fall. So anyways, I'm out here bright and early, gonna try to take advantage of this morning bite here. I've only got a couple of hours, I wanna get home to the family nice and early today. And so anyways, thank you very much for tuning in. Let's see how we do. So you can see that I am back trolling again today. As I'd mentioned before, my trolling motor is on the fritz. And so I'm gonna be back trolling today. I got the parts for my trolling motor. I'm actually going to do another video about that at some point in time. Have a couple of repairs that need to be done on it. But anyway, so we're back at the back trolling, how I started. This is the technique that I used for the first few years of fishing out here. And so anyway, it's not unfamiliar to me, but let's see how we can do here. There we go. There we go. That feels like the right kind. That feels like the right kind. Yep. That feels like the right kind, and it is. Beautiful. You know what? We're gonna bring some of these home today. We're gonna bring some of these home today. Very nice. We're gonna bring some of these home since it's the last trip of the season. Nice. Okay, on the board. Oh, there we go. There we go. That feels like the right one. Okay, what do we got here? What do we got? Oh, that's a nice one too. That's a nice one, right in the bottom jaw. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a real nice one. You know what? This one, I caught this guy pretty shallow. I think I'm gonna let this guy go. Yeah, I'm gonna let this guy go. So we got 20, 23. Beauteous. Beauteous fish. Very nice. Great fish. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I caught him pretty shallow, so I'm going to let him go. And 23-inch. I'm not really interested in keeping those ones that are over 20. Nice. That's great. Oh, GoPro capture. Oh, this is another sturgeon. Oh, no. Oh, another one. There's just so many down there. Oh. Yep. Well, this one. Oh, there we go. Oh, another one. I feel like I still got my jig. Did he straighten it out? No. Okay, he just popped off. That's fine by me. Jeez Louise. Okay, cool. There we go. I'm not sure if I got the hook set on camera, but we'll take this one. Gotta make sure that's the right size. Yep. Gotta make sure it's the right size. still recording? Oh, I am still recording. Look at that. Nice. 2 back to back. That felt good. That feels good. This one's only on the stinger, it looks like. Ooh. Yeah. That's a nice little pod we just went through. Just a nice little pod we just went through. So the bite was a little bit challenging today, so let's take a look at some of the things that I tried to do to finally get on some fish. So if you take a look at the screen, okay, and I took a screenshot of the map that I was using, I started my drift in relatively shallow, and I started to fan my way out a little bit deeper and just kind of change the direction of my drift. And it wasn't until, and if you take a look at the screen, you can see there's a very, very clear area where I just kept going over and over and over and over. And it took me a while to finally find those fish, but once I did, especially those active fish, I just kept on that same spot over and over. And so if I'm getting fish in that drift lane, I'll just stay in that lane until the bite dies off and the fish move around. GoPro capture. Oh, darn it. Just lost one. Just lost one here. Okay, well, we've got onto some active fish, which is nice. There we go. What do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? A walleye hooked in the belly and really tiny, so we'll just let this guy go. Oh yeah, hooked him right in the butt and super tiny. Super tiny. And so on this screenshot, what you'll notice is that I have a bunch of different lines that are going from the 35-foot range all the way to the 52-foot range. I will try to change the depth that my drift is in. And so you'll see that I did a few drifts that were in that 35-foot range, down to 40, down to 45, and then we got into the 48 to 52 foot range, and it was really in that 50 to 52 foot range, really in the deep pocket of this hole here. They were located primarily on the edge of this hole, and so that's another thing that I will do in to try to locate fish, is I'll change the depth at which I'm fishing to try to find if there's a spot where they're holding. GoPro capture. Messing around with my hat again. Messing around with my camera again. And this guy hits me. It seems like every time I go to mess around with the camera, I get a fish. So I gotta measure this guy, make sure he's on the up and up, because we are straddling the border here with the United States. 16, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so what do we got? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 4. Let a couple go. Wonderful. Okay, well, let's get back down there. See if we can get a couple more. GoPro capture. Oh, there we go. Another one. Beauty. And right in the same spot. So yeah, these fish are really, really tight to a certain spot that they're being active on. There they are. Whoops, daisy. just popped off. This guy looks kind of tiny. Let's see, do we have the requisite 15 inches? Is he clean? Yeah, you know what? That's too close for comfort for me, and I don't need them that bad. Put him back. Yep, so these fish are staying real tight to this spot here. And so another thing you'll notice on this map is that I've tidied it up a lot. And if you've looked at screenshots of my maps before, you'll notice that they were littered with waypoints. And so what I do now is I essentially will only put down waypoints that are good for that day. The only exception being, and you can see on my map here, I have a couple of different waypoints. There's some rocks that I've highlighted. There's some structure or obstructions that I've highlighted as well. I keep those waypoints there, but if I catch fish, I will generally put down a waypoint for that day, but then I'll delete the waypoint the next time. Reason why is because I'm trying to get myself out of the habit of fishing memories, you know what I mean? And although I know that there are fish in this general area, they're very seldom on the exact same waypoints over and over and over. So I know there's fish in this area, but I clear up the waypoints, find the fish, put the waypoints down for that day, and I'll hit those waypoints over and over. And you can see I did that quite a bit here, okay? And so that's another thing that I'll do is I get rid of my waypoints, my historical ones. I will only use waypoints to indicate fish that are there on that specific day. There we go. This one feels like it's hooked a little bit funny. This one feels like it's hooked a bit funny, but I believe it's the right kind. I believe it's the right kind. And it is. Yeah, hooked a bit funny. We'll let this guy go. Yep, you can see just under the chin there. Great fish though. Just under the chin. Over there is my buddy Brett. And he's been having a little bit of a rough go this morning. Just came over to my boat and I gave him a Pimp Daddy jig head. And look at that. Friends helping friends. He's done the same for me a few times, so glad to see that he's getting on him there. Nice. GoPro capture. There we go. There we go. Man, they are really tight in this spot in the channel. Are they really tight in this spot in the channel? Oh, this guy hit the big jig, so that's good to see. Yep, but he might not make the cut. Oop, but you know what? Yep, just barely. And his swim bladder's popping out. You see that? So we're definitely gonna keep that guy. Okay. Well, everyone, and just like that, the 2025 spring season is done. We're gonna bid adieu to the St. Clair River here in Lake Huron for a couple months. I will be back, and I will probably poke my head in once or twice throughout the summer. Maybe do some night fishing, try to get some bass fishing in as well. So anyway, hope everyone is doing well, and I will catch you on the next one.